What's up, fam, friends, other YouTube dwellers? I moved out to Tucson, some of you know that, and I haven't had a whole lot of free time to go flying until today. And I don't have that much time before the sun goes down, but I got enough time and a single battery charge, a little 3S 2200 battery. So it's very windy today. It's like 60 mile an hour with gusting, I don't know, probably 25. So it's going to be a little violent. I'm not sure how good the video is going to turn out. I'm sure you guys can hear the wind. Sorry about that. But I'll do my best to edit as much of that junk out as I can. But, you know, I wanted to get some flying in. And there's the wind. Anyway, I found some BLM public land that's about 20 minutes away from home. And so I drove out here with the slow ultra stick, which I'm putting together now. And I'm not gonna do anything crazy today. It's windy enough that I'll probably get up high and do a couple circles around and just show you the terrain around here. It's very pretty. And then I guess I'll practice some touch and goes and practice some landings since it's nice and windy, so that'll give me a good opportunity to hone my skills. Or crash, we'll see. Whatever the case, we'll get it on video and see how that goes. As soon as I get this set up, I will do my control checks and then take off and see how she goes. I moved the camera a little bit since the last videos that I've done with this plane. I discovered that out here in the desert, a lot of the terrain is pretty rough, and so the camera was mounted way back here, which made it just like a 1/4 inch clearance from the rocks and stuff. And so I was hitting rocks with the camera and it was getting all banged up. So I moved that forward. I've gone back to, hey, what's up, dude? I've gone back to a smaller battery because this flies really efficiently. It doesn't need a big battery. I was just using a huge battery to offset the weight of the camera way out in the tail because I like the camera angle further back, but this will give me better ground clearance. So that's the trade-off here today. Do my control check. There's left aileron, right aileron, up elevator, down elevator, left rudder, right rudder. So everything's going in the right direction, which is great. I don't have safe on this airplane right now. The receiver is capable, but I don't have it set up with safe, so I'm just flying old school. It does have AS3X turned on, so that's helpful, especially on a windy day. It'll help the buffeting and everything, just smooth it out a little bit, but no recovery in case I get disoriented. All right, I'm looking at this path. I was going to take off the concrete of that drainage ditch behind there, but honestly the path here is smooth enough and we'll get a slightly better camera angle, I think, that way. Real quick, I'm going to flip the camera the other way so it's recording properly. All right, that should be good to go. And we'll go ahead and get that recording now. Great. Got pretty much a headwind coming from this direction, so hopefully that'll make landing not too difficult, but just the gusty factor, we'll see how that goes. All right, taking off. I'm pretty much just going straight up vertically with the wind into the headwind. I've only gone forward about 15 feet. I am in like airport Class D airspace here. And so, actually, that reminds me, I did a Lance request, but I forgot to put my remote ID module on. So I'm going to go ahead and land now and put that module on there. Going downwind a little bit. We'll see if I'm able to land in the pathway here, or if it's too tricky, I'll just end up landing on the concrete pad. Definitely, the wind's definitely gusty today. Woo-wee. Yeah, I'll go in the concrete just to stay here. Hopefully I won't do a prop strike. And we're on the ground. I do have the remote module on the airplane, I just forgot to turn it on. That's this little fella right here. So we'll get that turned on and bind up to our phone, my phone. That module is nice not only for compliance with the FAA rules, but if I crash this airplane somewhere out in the desert or wherever, it will have like locating features that make it a lot easier to track down. All right, we are running there, so now we are all compliant, good to go. I'm gonna take back off and take a look around. We're not covering much territory, I'll tell you. But I'll get up a ways and then I'll turn downwind and we'll get going real quick then. Catch that tailwind. I'm gonna get up high. We've got clearance to go to 400 feet, even though it is Class D airspace. We're right on the edge of it. So as long as we did that request, that Lance request, like I did, we get approval for 400 feet. So that's nice. So I'm gonna get up there and kind of give you guys a nice view of the landscape around here, which is one of the reasons I moved out here. Probably about 250, 300 feet by now. I'm happy with the CG. It's pretty good with the camera in the new position and the smaller battery. It could stand to be just a little bit more nose heavy, but it's fine. Alright, I think we're probably in the 300s now, and I'm not going to go too much higher because I don't have a barometer to get my actual accurate altitude, and I don't want to break the airspace here. You know, it'd be fun, a challenge on a day like today is trying to do a total vertical landing. I've been flying directly overhead. For me, it's a little awkward to get turned around here and have a better view. Alright, so I'm throttle off now, totally just idling the motor. Coming down pretty vertically, a little bit of stalling, not too bad. I'm gonna put some power in because I'm worried I'll end up landing on the road out there. All right, putting in a little more power now. Make sure nobody's coming on the bike path behind me or anything. All right, so not a vertical approach exactly. I think it's possible, but not a bad landing. A little hop at the end there. Really shows the airspeed I've got on the ground. All right, we still got plenty of battery juice to play with, so I'm gonna take back off and put it back over the desert there. And just, I'm looking forward to seeing these videos because I don't know what it'll look like. I haven't done a lot of flying out here yet. It's definitely different terrain than I'm used to back in Virginia. Do a little more power and make some progress. That's full throttle there into the wind. And turning downwind. Still full throttle. Downwind, my ground speed is probably 40 to 50 miles an hour, which on a slow ultra stick is pretty fast. Alright, zero throttle. Still lined up at the runway. Not the best landing. Broken propellers, no broken gear, no broken stuff. We'll go for a full throttle stall takeoff here. 3, 2, 1. That was not as short as it could have been. The wind kind of died right as I was taking off. But that's alright. Feels fine. Alright, this smaller battery is definitely doesn't last as long as the big 5200s that I used to run on it. So we're at about 3.7 volts per cell on mid throttle, which is acceptable for now. We can still fly a little bit on 3.8 volts. Turn into the wind. Just running mid throttle here. I want to turn, I meant turn downwind, but now I'm turning into the wind. I'm going to cut the throttle and just take a glance at my battery here. Alright, so 3.8 volts per cell off throttle, which means we're getting closer to time to land, and I'll have a nice little storage charge left in my battery. So I'll probably do a couple touch and goes, or try to, and then we'll call it a day. Woo! That's a go around. Got a little squirrely there at the last second by that big saguaro cactus. Didn't want to run into it. The wind shifted directions just a hair, making it a crosswind for me. Not a full crosswind, but just enough to be tricky. There's some gusts. This is a handful, guys. I think I'm going to go around on this one. And I think on the next couple of approaches, I'm going to use the concrete pad to take it easy on myself. I also hear a full scale, fairly long overhead. He's probably at 500-600 feet. Big medium-sized twin engine airplane up there. Nice smooth touchdown. still have a little bit of battery, so I'm going to do maybe 1 or 2 more circuits. I'm not going to go quite as high up as I was. This airplane is just such a good trainer. It's so capable. It's got big control surfaces, so you can really make it do things in the wind. It's got huge surface area, so it catches the wind a lot. But it's a good trainer in the wind. It'll help keep your thumbs a little quicker. A little rough there, a little bouncy. Go around. You can always go around, guys, as long as you have the juice for it, even if you're already on the ground. So I think that we're going to do this last circuit, and then I think my battery's probably had enough. I don't want to over discharge it. And the timer's counting down now as well. Let's see if we can get on the road here, make it a little easier to cover. Oh, good morning. That's what I'm talking about. That was a good one to end on. Alright guys, well, let me pick up the airplane before it blows away. This airplane's awesome. I'm a big fan. There's a reason that when I moved, I got rid of, like, I don't know, 8 airplanes out of the 12 or so, 11 or 12 that I had, and I only kept 3, and this was one of them for good reason. The other 2 that I kept were the 1.5 meter Crescendo Evo glider, the power glider, and that's a sick airplane, 4S airplane. And then the third one that I kept was the little baby Crescendo, the UMX that runs on 2 or 3S. And that one I really wanted to keep because I had modified it to be a good travel airplane. I have this little 30-inch or so long hard case that it fits into. The wing comes off, the fuselage, and then I modified the tail on that Crescendo to pop off with some magnets. And so that's my travel plane if I want to take it on a motorcycle trip or just throw it in the car without damaging it. But this is sort of my bread and butter airplane. This is the one that I always come back to. It can carry a big camera. It can carry a bigger battery. It's really versatile, and I'm a fan. So anyway, that's going to do it for us today, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm looking forward to sharing more content with you out here in the desert in Arizona, where I live. I'm going to be doing more flights. I don't have a motorcycle right now, but I'm looking. I'm in the market, so as soon as I get a bike in hopefully the next few weeks or at least month, I will start doing motorcycle content again. And I've also been doing some hiking and some just nice sightseeing stuff with drones up in the mountains, and we've got a recent video you can check out with some really amazing views up at 8,000 feet. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great night.